You submitted so many programs, and there's so many things here I haven't used in a very long time. Some stuff I've never used at all. Some stuff I didn't even know about. So a few days ago, I released a video just showing how to unlock and activate Windows and what I do to my desktop. And then I went through a whole bunch of utilities and programs that I like to use. But I asked everyone in the audience here what you like to use. You know, without activation, you can't change your desktop wallpaper. You can't come in and customize your taskbar. You can't access any of this stuff here. You'll not be able to change to the dark theme, which is extremely important to me. Some of the other new features through Windows Update you won't get, so you definitely do want to activate. Today's content is brought to you by bobkeys.com. This is where I buy my Windows 10 keys, and every now and then I'll snag a game or something, but I just bought my 7th Windows 10 key here for Windows 10 Professional. You're going to get 25% off the prices you see here using coupon code TS25. So this is Windows 10 Pro, 25% off that. You want Windows 10 Home? Also, if you want to get a bundle with Microsoft Office and Windows 10, you can get that. Got all kinds of things, 2019, just lots and lots of things. Oh, this is a double 2PC. After you purchase your key, you just click up here, click on User Center. You click on My Purchased Orders. Just click on View Keys and Codes. Then in the middle of the page, you'll see your product key. Just highlight that. You're going to want to copy this, then press the Start button on your computer, and then type Activate. You'll see activation settings. Just go ahead and click on that and change product key. Paste it here, then click Next, and you will be activated. So again, thanks to bobkeys.com, TS25, head over there. The links are all on the top of the description. First off, I said, should I even make this video in the first place? And everyone said yes. Only 4.7% said it would be boring. 25% of you said boring, but yes. So you're gonna watch this, and you're gonna like it. And you know what? You better push your keyboard back and lean back and eat a sandwich or something, because this is going to be a few minutes long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install many of these programs here and give you like first impressions of what I think. And some of the programs that I've seen in the past, we'll just talk about how I like them now. All right, so I kind of want to start with Chocolaty. I've seen this program many times. This is a package manager for Windows that allow you to install things similarly to the way you would do with like apt-get or something like that on Linux. And there's also Scoop. That's another one that was recommended, but I'm going to go with Chocolaty because it looks a little more pleasing on the eyes. I don't know. So in order to install Chocolaty, we need to mess around with the Windows PowerShell. And first off, I need to check my execution policy. So restricted. Now I got to open it up as administrator. Windows PowerShell, right click, run as administrator. So if it comes up as restricted when you do get execution policy, you have to set execution policy to all signed, or you can just do set execution policy to bypass space dash scope process. Let's do that one. Now it's time to install the Chocolaty website. Here we go. Is that going to do it? Let's see. Installing Chocolaty on the local machine. Come along then. Hurry and install, please. Not a Chocolaty GUI. All right, so now I'm going to open up my Windows PowerShell again. So after that, you can just install programs by typing Choco. That's kind of like your apt-get right there. And then space install. And then I just tried Flux because that's the next thing on the list here is Flux. So right there it is. Do you want to run all the scripts? Yeah, let's do it. Yes, and just see what happens. Okay, so it found that. I guess it has to be in its repository, but it seems to be there. It installed. And right there it is. Flux is going to ask me where I am. Put in zip code. It's like, oh, I found you. Yes. There we go. Everything's orange. Make it stop. Okay, I'm going to disable Flux. So Flux is cool. And Chocolaty, that was really, really quick. But check this out. If you're someone who's using Flux right now, you may not know this, but in the latest version of Windows, if you go into your display settings, we have a night light setting right here that we can toggle on and off, and it will remove a lot of the blue light from your screen. And you can also do night light settings here with a scheduler. It's not as advanced as what you would see with Flux, but you know, it completely works, so a lot of people are not going to need to install Flux any longer. So it was on the list somewhere in here, but you know, there's a lot of stuff for programmers and stuff, and I'm going to kind of like gloss over that because I feel like that could be its own separate video, and I'm not really a programmer anyway. I'm more of an artist, so you know, there's a lot of cool stuff like this that I'm probably going to install but not really get into in this video. This looks awesome because it's a tabbed SSH client. That sounds really handy, and it also looks nice, so I might start using this instead of Putty. All right, next up is there's a Process Lasso from Bitsum. Let's see if Process Lasso is over here. Choco Process Lasso. We'll do one word. Couldn't find it. So I imagine I'll have to like either add some things to the repository. I need to go back and look at all the stuff that you can install with Chocolaty. I keep saying Choco. I need to go back and look and see at the stuff you can get with this. But you know, we're going to install Process Lasso. So Process Lasso is installed, and this is cool. It's a seems to be a much nerdier version of this. Also like the theme. It automatically detected I was using the dark theme. So I mean, let's see if I need it for. I mean, it's probably going to do more than this, but active processes. Okay, we can. Nvidia broadcast is what I'm using for my mic right now, because there's actually laundry going and no one can hear it. I don't know why I did jazz hands. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Let's see if I right-click on stuff, what I can get. Ooh, I can set the CPU affinity. So let's say like, what matters right now? Color picker. I can set CPU affinity, and I can pick one of my cores here. That's pretty interesting. No default for a lot of these things, but that'll be handy if you wanted to get really nerdy with some certain things, like Firefox be only using a few cores. I guess you could do that. Keep running. You can auto start programs. That's really handy. So I like the fact that we have priority and affinity, so we can set them to high, which is something you could already do. But I don't think you could set the CPU affinity over here, unless I'm wrong. Like we can have things certain, like let's say foobar. No, we don't have nearly as many options here. So I like that this can allow us to associate things with certain cores. And that can be handy for server environments, I would imagine, as well. Let's see what else we've got here on the list. I'm not going to spend too long on this one. Prevent sleep. Okay. So we can have certain programs prevent sleep. Yeah, this does a lot more. And I like the fact that we have a restart here. So instead of just terminating something, we can restart it here instead of having to go in and force close. You know the drill. Opening it up, click on this, click on end task or whatever, and then have to come back and go and hit start and type malware bytes, whatever, and restart it. So that's going to be really handy. I guess I'll end up using this. So Process Lasso seems to be very cool. I'm sure there's a lot more that could be done with this that's beyond the scope of this video. But yeah, first impressions, this is cool. Okay, next up on the list, BS Player was recommended because BS Player is a player that will automatically go online and download subtitles and stuff like that. Do not accept. I love that I cannot accept. I use Plex for my media, and Plex allows you to search online databases for subtitles, and it has a nice organizational interface. So I'm just going to keep using Plex. But BS Player, if you want something simple, sure. Also, I forgot to mention my last video. As you can see right here on the top of the screen, I am protected by PIA. I use private internet access because out of the ones that I've tested, it provides the best price for the fastest performance. So it's a good ratio of those two things. Plus, they've never had a leak. Like there's been stuff that came out about all the other, a lot of the other, organizations where like they had some leaks or something like that. They've never had one. So I've been using them for years and years and never had a leak whatsoever. And there's I'm connected to the Seattle IP address. That's their IP, not mine. So yeah, we've got a Tech Syndicate deal. If you just use the link that's in the top of the description, you can get the deal for this, and then make sure that you're protected on the internet, which is really important. You don't want any copyright issues or any, people breathing down your neck. Also, sometimes there's throttling that, if they watch what you're doing, then they'll throttle certain things. They say they don't, but they do. That they just do. Bulk crap uninstaller. Let's see if I can get that on Choco. You know what? I forgot to type install for Process Lasso. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Let's try bulk crap uninstaller all in one word. Oh, didn't have it. I need to learn how to use Chocolaty a little better, but whatever. I almost always do portable installations when available. That way I can just move the folder somewhere else and redo my shortcuts if need be. All right, extra languages. I'm American. I only speak American. So the bulk crap uninstaller is telling me okay, I can show uninstallers in groups. That's cool. Highlight certified uninstallers. Ooh. System components show uninstallers marked as system components. Okay, yeah, maybe you want to show those. Show uninstallers marked as protected. What color are those going to be? Everything's going to be color coded. Windows Store apps. Okay, continue. All right, so we've got all the programs installed on the machine here, and it looks like I can just go and see. I don't want to install that Flux. Let's do an uninstall on this. Okay, intelligently sort. That's cool. Whatever, let's just get rid of them. Prevent system shutdown and restart. That's pretty handy. So many times you'll have something you'll uninstall and then it'll be like, uninstall complete. You need to restart it. I'll just click OK, not knowing that it's going to restart immediately, and it'll just restart. So lots of options here. This is a pretty cool program. Okay, so it opened up the Chocolaty right here. Would you like to uninstall? Yes. That's pretty cool that it was smart enough to open up Chocolaty, and well, I guess it was a Chocolaty uninstallation. Whatever it's doing something. Do you want to look for leftover, searching for leftovers? Now this reminds me like a, kind of like Revo, but it's doing more than Revo. It feels like it's doing more than Revo. I don't know. Delete, select, delete them. Let's just ruin things. App data. I don't want the app data folder. Yep. That's cool. So I can create a restore point right here. This is very similar to what you would do in Revo, but I feel like it does a little more. So maybe I'll keep using this. And plus, I like the whole bulk thing where it organizes things. You don't have to do like one at a time. I don't need to create a restore point to get rid of this stuff. You probably should. All right, yeah, I'll keep using this one. Thanks very much for that suggestion. Okay, so we got a lot of people recommending Teracopy, and I used to use this all the time back in like the Windows XP days. There's also another program called Fast Copy, which does very similar stuff, but I don't think anyone mentioned it. But let's go ahead and try out Teracopy. It's probably the way everyone should be copying things, because it will try to recover if your copy fails, or if one simple file is messed up, it'll try to work with that. If there's an error with one file normally, it'll completely stop your transfer process with the Windows copy, standard copy and stuff. But with this, it'll try to overcome it. It'll just let you like skip that file and keep going and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get this installed. 3 or 2. I'm used to version 2, but let's go ahead and try version 3.8.2. But the last time I used it, it was version 2.3. All right, we got all kinds of confirm drag and drop, some shell integration stuff. Okay, I'm not used to this fancy interface here. Let's just see if it works if I drag and drop something from my NAS onto my desktop. So we got a little video here. Beats by Jerry. Remember that? I shot a video on this, I just never put it together. Felt like the channel, it deserves more hits than the channel gets, so it's like, All right, so let's drag and drop it onto the desktop. What happens? Teracopy options here. Explore to paste files. Let's use Teracopy to drop files. Did it do anything? Hello? Okay, Windows Explorer works. I don't want to do that. That's kind of cool. There's a Total Commander and a Directory Opus integration here. So for people who use the nerdier versions of this, that'll be handy. Okay, I'm not used to this. I'm used to like being able to drag and drop and having it just work with version 2.3. I don't know what's going on with this one. I drag and drop and it asks me to pick something. I pick and it does nothing. So I'm obviously missing something, or I'm dumb. Like version 2.3 just used to work, but this one don't just work. There's obviously some setting I'm not using here. I don't like this nonsense. I don't want this to ever come up again. All right, I'm gonna have to go look at how to use this program, but I'm not gonna do that while I'm streaming right here. So, I mean, I like Teracopy 2.3, but this one's got more stuff. Okay, so Clover was recommended. It allows you to add tabs to your Explorer. So that would be interesting. Is there not a way to do that already? Options, there's no option to do tabs. Seems like that would be part of Windows by now because it's such a good idea. So let's go ahead and install Clover. This looks like an Android app page, which makes me feel weird. I wish you would have put the link to this thing, because now I'm doing download roulette. This is blocked by a Trojan. You know what? Give me a link to Clover. I don't know where to download this shit. Okay, text bot. All right. Is this safe? Oh God, download roulette. Give me a link to this damn program if you want me to look at it. Yeah. Yep, this is, fuck this. So you mentioned Clover. Give me a link to this. We're done. I don't like messing around with stuff that could be a Trojan. I don't know where to download it. Looks cool, but all those things I clicked on were garbage. Yes. Windows Auto Login and Lock. I'm not going to install this, but it looks pretty interesting. This is good for people who want to have your computer turn on, you can push the power button on your computer, go do something, and have the computer auto lock. Like if you come into work and you just press your power button and you immediately go to the break room to get 7 donuts and 2 coffees, then it'll automatically open up and lock. Or you can set it to auto log in if you're someone who works at home and you turn your computer on and run to the bathroom and shave your head or whatever you do, and then you want to come back and have everything already automatically logged on. This could be handy for that. So that's cool. I have no use for it, but it's cool. I may have use for this though, Nvidia Driver Slimming Utility. So check out what this does. Let's go ahead and download it. I'm sure I'll download from 10 gigabit. I wanted to download it from the Netherlands. 5 seconds. It's been up. Come on. I'm impatient. There we go. It's downloading. It's loading the driver package. So I guess this is just an easier way to install your Nvidia stuff. Okay, cool. So you can pick your driver, do the core driver. It's just a way more granular way to go through and install your Nvidia drivers. So cool, I guess. I mean, I guess this is better, and you can have it disable certain features. And I like the fact that you can install extra stuff here. This is something that I maybe would use. I mean, it's cool, but... All right, so ShareX is a screen capture file sharing and productivity tool. Interesting. Don't really do a lot of screen sharing, but this could be cool. I'm not going to install it because I don't have any need for it. But if I do, I'll come back to this as opposed to like one of the paid programs or something. So that's cool. Okay, Ultimate Tweaker was recommended a few times. So let's just see what we can do with Ultimate Tweaker. I hope this is the right page. The Windows Club. Hopefully this is the right page, because a lot of times people would just write the program down and I would have to search for it and make sure I got the right page. Where the hell's the downloads? All right, I'm on the downloads page. This is hideous. What is this website? Who made this? God, 2002. Okay, this is awful. This can't be the right website. Major Geeks. Yep. If I can find it on Major Geeks, I'm like, all right, I'm happy now. Give it 10 seconds, 5 seconds. How many? 5 seconds. There we go. Sweet. There it is. I forgot to do. I totally forgot about using Chocolaty. That's the problem. All right, Ultimate Windows Tweaker. Let's do it. Thank you for choosing Ultimate Windows Tweaker 4. Right. I want you to create a system restore point. Of course you should do that. I'm not going to actually activate anything, so I won't do that just now. But yeah, you should definitely do a Windows restore point if you're going to be messing with stuff like this. All right, so it knows that. Okay, so we got back a rating of, what, 9.5 on most things? Why is it not 9.9? I need to upgrade. People feel like that sometimes. All right, so that's cool. Create restore points right here. That's pretty cool. Repair Windows system image. Huh, that's cool. Customization. Okay, this is really cool. How much tweaking you can do. You can mess with your settings for sleeping, hibernating, show hibernate. Okay, taskbar. I'm not gonna activate anything right now. Really, we can change the thumbnail size and stuff on the taskbar right from here. That's pretty cool. File Explorer. Oh, we got lots of File Explorer options. Can you see these on the screen? I'm sorry, everything's a little small. I'll unbig just for now. Let's see if I can do that. So yeah, it might be a little small on the screen. So we've got a lot of stuff there. Universal UI, disable lock screen. Okay, this is cool. So much stuff we can do here. We can mess with our user account. Enable built-in administrator account, yeah. Okay, I'll be using this. Yep, for sure. Waiting time to kill applications timeout during shutdown. Well, that's cool. They always pop up with like, you can't shut down your computer. These things are still running. Like I didn't know that when I shut it down, but that's pretty good if it shuts down automatically, like from a Windows update or something. Security and privacy. Microsoft Edge and Internet Explorer options here, which I don't really, I actually use Edge more than Chrome, but I use Firefox as the main text menu. Well, this has got lots of stuff to go through. Troubleshooting and then search for tweaks. Okay, I can search for everything there. This is cool. This is really cool. So the Ultimate Windows Tweaker 4.8 has a lot of useful features, it looks like. And you can get it right there on Major Geeks. I'll leave the Major Geeks link there we go. Go back. There we go. No, go away. I'll leave this Major Geeks page as the link instead of having to search for all that nonsense. All right, next up is Voicemeeter. A lot of people mention this. I've made an entire video on this, so I'll just mention if you want way more granular control over your audio, Voicemeeter plus also Ear Trumpet is like the ultimate pairing. Anyway, moving right along here. A lot of people recommended free video editors, and I haven't really loved any of them. I mean, well, there's Blackmagic. The video editor, if you're going to use a free video editor, this is probably the one I would recommend. There we go. Davinci Resolve is probably the one I would use if I was going to use a free video editor, because it's better than Premiere. I just haven't taken the time to learn the shortcut keys yet, so yeah. But, for the people who are more inclined to Linux interface looking things, there are a few. This one looked pretty cool. I am not going to install it because I don't need it, but Universal Extractor 2. Oh, right. This tool looks like a lot of fun. So this allows you to take any executable file, like an MSI file or something, and then you can extract it, and essentially instead of installing it, you can turn it into a portable file or a portable installation, which is something I love. So that's pretty much all you need to know about it. Let's see if it's available. Let's try Uni Extractor 2. Let's see if it's available on Chocolaty, and I'll use it for sure. I just don't have any MSI files that off the top of my head I want to extract and do a little show and tell with, but you get the idea. It's cool. JDownloader, if you want a better way to organize and do your downloads. I've got my downloads pretty well going here. I don't know. I guess it could be better, but if you want to use it, sure. I've used it before in the past. And we got plenty more, SSH and clients and stuff like that in the list. I think the one I would probably use is this one. This is really cool. There's Process Lasso. So I didn't go through everything, but I didn't want the video to be a zillion years long. But as you can see here, there is so much stuff that everyone recommended. And I mentioned a lot of this stuff in the first video because it's stuff that I already use, and this was mostly just new stuff. So yeah, cool. It was cool looking at some of the stuff. I really appreciate some of these recommendations because there were probably 5 or 6 programs in here that I'm definitely going to be incorporating into my different systems and my different installations. Whenever I install a new copy of Windows or something, I'll have it on the list of stuff I want to install. So, all right, thanks everybody for hanging out. Let's see if this works today. Hey, it works today. I'm dangling things. Go over to epicpants.com and get yourself one of these. Look at this. I shaped it to look like the stop wobbling around. I shaped it to look kind of like the Microsoft IntelliMouse. I love the shape of that. This is the standard issue 3310 sensor, which I love. But if you like the 3360 sensor, we also have the Flex Swift. And of course, I'm using this keyboard here. You want to change your colors? Well, function tab. It's water resistant, but it's a membrane keyboard. So you can drop your water on here, you'll be fine for the most part, unless you drown it for an hour. But you should be able to dunk this a couple of times in water. I've tried some tests on this one, but anyway. Head over to epicpants.com, grab one of those, grab yourself a t-shirt. Thanks for watching, and yeah, send more suggestions if you see this video. Put them in the comments here, and if it's something that like really cool, maybe I'll check it out. See you later.